Hello, welcome back to Metalhead Nation Garage. I'm Chris, your host. Hey, go down to the bottom of the page, give us a big thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. Hey, we're going on to the rock news today. Van Halen making the news today. Sammy Hagar did a couple interviews here in the last day or two. And speaking about the tribute, so it looks like that Van Halen tribute it still ain't gonna happen. It looks like he was talking about he hasn't talked to Alex Van Halen in 5-6 years. So and even went as far as to say that he's reached out to him 5 times here recently and has no return call, no return email or anything. So it's kind of in the can, Sammy said, that's not on his agenda. That's not at the top of his agenda. His band is, and so it just don't look good. But that is the dysfunction Wolfie Van Halen talked about, when he was doing that tribute for his dad with the Foo Fighters tribute. But, Hagar did go on to say, that Wolfie is Van Halen. So, Van Halen's manager reached out to him first and asked him if he was, would do a concert with Michael Anthony and Alex, and he was up for it, but he said it wouldn't be Van Halen. It's not Van Halen without Eddie, and that's when he said Wolfie is Van Halen. So not good news on the Van Halen front as far as a tribute going on, but that's the way that ball bounces with Van Halen. So I guess you never say never, but you might say never on this tribute thing. So we'll move on to the other news on that. Motley Crue, they announced their big tour coming up with Def Leppard in Europe, South America. And also the big news, Mick Mars is out of the touring band of Motley Crue. Is a member, is a co-founding member, and but will not be touring. John 5 stepping in, which is a good addition to the band. But Carmen Ambussy of Vanilla Fudge did an interview recently and talked about Mick Mars, and that he was making his solo album. Actually, it is done. It's going to be released. And Carmen reached out to Mick and asked him what his plans was, and he was going to tour with the solo album. Be that it won't be as big as Motley Crue, won't be on the road. It'd just be a couple, 2 or 3 gigs a week. Do 2 or 3 gigs, a month, I should say, and then take a break and do some more. So, but that was interesting news to know that he was going to put out a solo album, knowing that Nikki Sixx said Motley Crue won't put no new music out. They're just going to tour for the next several years. So interesting news. Kind of, was surprised by it. But anyway, moving on from that, Cheap Trick made the news today. Rick Nelson, their lead guitarist, had a minor surgery, but was big enough that he won't be touring with the band for several dates. So I don't know what that was. They really never released much, but it's enough that he won't be touring, that's for sure. Going on to other news there, Godsmack out on tour in South America. They doing good and stuff, but they had to cancel their tour. Logistics of the band touring South America. They said, we have heard several bands here in the States canceling their tours because everybody is out touring. I mean, everybody. I've never seen we've went to a lot of shows here at Hair Metal Nation this past year and a half, and I've missed a lot. But the tours, everybody's touring, and the logistics are getting tight. Striper canceled their tour because of the logistics. Several bands have. So everybody's out touring, and things are, you know, not enough crews to keep the bands going. But hey, that's all we have here today on Metalhead Nation. Again, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you like it. And we'll see you next time back here on Metalhead Nation Garage.